the D.C. Metro.
Washington, D.C. is loaded with sights to see, but those places to visit are more spread out than you think. You will do a lot of walking, but if you want to cut down on how much you're walking and get around easier and faster, the D.C. Metro is your friend.
The Metro may look intimidating, but I'm going to show you some tips to help you get around.
The best place to start with your Metro experience is by understanding the map. If you spend any time on the Metro, you'll be using this map a lot. Maps are posted at the station entrances, inside the stations, and in every train car. A really helpful tip is to keep a copy of the map marked as a favorite on your phone.
Or you can wear it.
The map shows all 6 lines of the Metro rail system. Each line has a color designation. It's important to note this map is not to scale. It's great for conveying a lot of information, but don't rely on it to know how far apart things are or to determine exact locations.
Note that each line is referred to by its color and its endpoint.
Suppose you were catching the Metro at Reagan National Airport and you were trying to go to Arlington National Cemetery. You will be taking the blue line towards downtown Largo. You'll get off way before Largo, but that will be how the train is named for the direction you want to go. Looking at the Metro map, once you board the blue Largo train, you will have stops at Crystal City, Pentagon City, the Pentagon, and then Arlington Cemetery. Let's suppose you are going from the Federal Triangle Station to the Capitol South Station. The same platform serves the orange, silver, and blue lines at both stations, so you don't have to wait for a particular color. Just board whichever one comes next. Orange New Carrollton or blue or silver downtown Largo will all get you there. You probably noticed most stations are a single white dot with a black circle. The stations with double circles are transfer stations, where you can pick up a line that goes on a different track in a different direction.
The map may be all you need to plan your route, but there are lots of tools out there to make it easier or more efficient.
The Washington Metro website, WMATA.com, has a trip planner page that can help you plan times and stations to use.
We tried several apps, and our favorite one is called City Mapper.
This app lets you plug in your starting point and destination, and it gives you route options with the Metro train, buses, and walking details. Using the app makes things easier, but can also save you some time and walking. Once, we were headed to the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, and we thought that the Smithsonian station would be the best one to get off at. The app guided us to the L'Enfant station, which was actually closer. It even tells you the best station entrance, the best section to ride, and which exit to look for when getting off the train. More on those in just a bit.
Metro stations are big, so the ones above the ground are easy to spot.
The underground stations can have entrances tucked in between or within buildings, and they have multiple entrances. So keep an eye out for these brown markers with a large M. They let you know the Metro station's name, and the colors let you know which line it serves.
Recognizing that the stations have multiple entrances can save you a lot of steps.
For instance, the Metro Center station has 5 entrances, and that's where an app like the City Mapper can be a huge help by directing you to the best ones to use for your route. Do note that elevator entrances are available for people who can't use escalators, and sometimes they are not immediately by the main entrances.
Now that you have found the station, let's get inside.
Riding the Metro, you will encounter lots of escalators and lots of hurried riders. If you are standing on the escalator, stay to the right, leaving the left clear for people to walk past you.
As you near the platform, you will encounter banks of gates called fare gates.
These gates are two-way gates, meaning they can be used to enter or exit the station. Some are double wide to easier accommodate strollers and wheelchairs. The gates have payment readers on either side, and once they get a successful scan, the gates open and sensors monitor that you are passing through the right direction. Station manager booths are located by the gates, and if you need it, an employee can help you. Of course, before you can go through the gate, you have to have a way to pay the fare. So let's go over your options.
We started off by purchasing Smart Trip cards at one of the many kiosks located at each station entrance.
You pay $2 for the card, and you can choose how much money you want to load onto it. Fares are posted on the machines, and there are one-day and multi-day pass options which give you unlimited train and metro bus rides. Funds can be added to the card anytime at the kiosk, or you can create a WMATA account and add funds online, though those funds may not show up immediately.
Each rider over the age of 5 needs their own card.
We later switched from using the plastic Smart Trip cards to the digital Smart Trip cards on our devices. We found they were easier to manage, easier to add funds to, and we didn't have to pull out our wallets. A device can only use one digital Smart Trip card at a time, and Alex doesn't have a phone. So we set up one card on my phone and a different card on my smartwatch.
I used my dad's phone to pass through the fare gates, and he used his watch.
The WMATA website has some helpful videos on setting up the digital cards, and we'll link that in the description.
Whether you use the physical card or the digital one, they are both easy to use at the gates. With the plastic card, just place it on or hover it above the reader.
For digital cards, the device doesn't have to be open to a certain screen and doesn't have to have a particular app opened. Just hover it face down above the reader and it'll scan it. If you get a red X, just reposition and try again. If you don't have enough funds loaded onto the card, you'll get a low funds notice and you'll need to add more. Again, if the gates or payments are giving you trouble, we found that there was always an employee nearby happy to help. When boarding, stand back away from the doors enough to let departing passengers out first. Once they are off, it's your time to get on.
Step back, doors closing.
Usually pretty simple, boarding can be a little intimidating at times. Sometimes the doors open up longer than you would expect them to be, and sometimes they cycle close faster than you expect. So timing isn't consistent. And these aren't elevator doors. You can't wave your hand to keep them open, and if they shut on your arm, they don't open all the way back up. If you're traveling with kids, it's a good idea to caution them not to rush through the boarding doors ahead of you. If lots of people are getting off and on, it's easy for a kid to squeeze through them without you. And if the doors are cycling quickly, you can get separated.
Dad learned that one the hard way.
Do have a plan if you happen to get separated. Our plan was whoever got on the train without the other one would get off at the very next station and wait for the other one to catch up.
Now you are on your way to your transfer station or destination.
Announcements are made over the speakers, letting you know each station name as you approach it. Each car also has displays that let you know which station is coming up and sometimes how many station stops it is to your destination station. These things make it easy to be ready for your stop, but if for some reason you did happen to miss it, you could always hop off at the next station and circle back on a train headed the other way.
When you get off, just look for the signs pointing to the exit or transfer line that you want.
At your destination station, you will scan your Smart Trip payment at the fare gate and it will be debited the proper fare amount.
That's it. You did it.
Hopefully, this overview makes you less apprehensive about riding the metro. After one trip, you'll see that they've made the whole process rider-friendly, and with just a little experience, you'll be a pro.
If you have additional tips for riders, put them in the comments.
Enjoy your time in DC, and thanks for watching.
See you on our next adventure.